And up next is a look at Action TV. The harvesting of paddy sown for the Yala season has commenced in the Mahaweli B zone. 12,000 hectares of paddy fields have been cultivated in the Mahaweli B zone this time around. Due to the drought conditions experienced in the recent past, less than half the paddy fields in the area could be cultivated. The lack of water resulted in the further destruction of a considerable amount of paddy fields that were cultivated. Incidentally, any measures being taken by the Paddy Marketing Board to purchase the paddy that has been cultivated amidst all these hardships remain invisible. This is the time when paddy should be taken to the government storages for weighing, but we have not been given a date as to when they will be weighing the harvest. When the paddy is finished, they will start weighing. Then we will have no paddy to weigh. About 200 storage facilities belonging to the Mahaweli Authority and the Paddy Marketing Board are located in the Mahaweli B zone. While none of these storage facilities are open, these signposts can be seen outside. As a result, farmers have been made to gather their harvest and sit on the roads to await external buyers. Because we cannot take the paddy to the storage facilities and sell it there, we have to stop businessmen on the roads and sell it to them for a low price. There are ministers and MPs who come here in their luxury vehicles. We ask them to give us a fair price for the paddy and they tell us to wait. They ask us to vote for them. They canvass and then they depart. Last time, the Paddy Marketing Board commenced buying paddy from farmers in most areas only after a considerable amount of the farmers' harvest had been sold to private buyers at extortionary prices. The Paddy Marketing Board's lack of planning and preparation to purchase paddy from farmers in the Mahaweli B zone has simply resulted once again in creating a climate where the farmers can be taken advantage of by private buyers. At present, in the Mahaweli B zone, paddy is being purchased from the farmers at 28 rupees per kilo of samba and 25 rupees per kilo of nadu. When will the Paddy Marketing Board remove themselves from this policy of inaction which is dragging farmers onto the streets? Chairman of the Paddy Marketing Board, this one is over to you.
Well, time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day. Also in local news, a clash was reported this afternoon between a group of individuals who were travelling in Senior Minister P.S. Nagamage's vehicle and a group of three-wheel drivers in the Ambevela area. The police said that 5 persons were arrested in connection with the incident. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohan has said that suspects who were produced before the New Delhi magistrate this evening were released on bail.
A clash erupted between a group of three-wheeler drivers and a group of persons travelling in a senior minister's vehicle. A police constable who was providing security to the vehicle in question had intervened. An argument ensued thereafter. The police constable fired shots into the air. The police have summoned both parties. The Nanu Oya police are conducting investigations. There are no reports of any injuries. 2 three-wheeler drivers have been arrested. The police constable and 2 of the persons travelling in the vehicle have been arrested. The police media spokesperson said that a bodyguard of Senior Minister P.S. Nagamage was among those arrested. When we made inquiries from Senior Minister P.S. Nagamage, he said that a minor incident had occurred.
In sports news this evening, Singapore were crowned the champions of the 8th Asian Netball Championship for the second time after they defeated Sri Lanka in the finals played at the Sugathadasa Stadium in Colombo today.
It was a tense and thrilling final as Sri Lanka were hunting for their 5th Asian Netball title, having previously won 4 of the 7 Asian Netball Championships. Singapore narrowly led 13-12 in the first quarter and 26-25 in the second. However, Sri Lanka tied the game at 36 all in the third quarter to set up a tense final quarter at the Sugathadasa Indoor Stadium. The game went down to the wire as Singapore clinched victory with a scoreline of 48-47, denying defending champions Sri Lanka an opportunity to retain the Asian netball title. I think we made a few mistakes. They had studied as well and they were well prepared for the game. The game was played at a high intensity and they made it very hard for us and we lost by 1 point. When it comes to the international level, every game is very tough. Someone has to win and someone has to lose.
tough hitting කවුරු හරි දිනන්න ඕනේ කවුරු හරි පරදින්න ඕනේ. ඇත්තට මේ ගොඩක් දුකයි.
I'm very disappointed, but I feel the girls played well. Unfortunately, we didn't handle the pressure in the last few minutes. But next time, I'm sure we can win it.
I think next time can.
Malik Ishaq, the leader of Lashkar-e-Jhangvi, who is accused of inciting sectarian hatred and masterminding the 2009 attack on the Sri Lankan cricket team in Lahore, has been arrested. According to international media reports quoting the Pakistani police, Malik Ishaq, one of Pakistan's most notorious suspected extremist leaders, was arrested in Lahore after returning from a pilgrimage to Saudi Arabia. The attack on the Sri Lanka cricket team took place in Lahore on the 3rd of March 2009, while the team was travelling to the Gaddafi Stadium for the third day of the second test against the Pakistan cricket team. Several Sri Lankan cricketers were injured in the attack, which also killed 8 Pakistanis. The group Lashkar-e-Jhangvi was banned by former President Parvez Musharraf after being linked to the deaths of minority Shias.
Sri Lankan Amara Indumini failed to qualify for the arm amputee 200-meter sprint at the 2012 Paralympic Games held in London today. Indumini clocked a time of 29.36 seconds, claiming 5th place in the trials. China is leading the overall medal table with 9 gold medals.
And finally, in some news from the rugby field, new Sri Lanka rugby coach, England international Ben Collins, says that although Sri Lanka will be competing against high-profile teams such as China, Japan and the UAE, the Lankans are ready to give everyone a run for their money at the Borneo Sevens this weekend. Collins expressed this view before the Sri Lankan rugby team left the island for Malaysia to compete in the Borneo Rugby Sevens.
Captained by upcountry Lions scrum half Srinath Suryabandara, the Sri Lanka squad that will compete at the Borneo Sevens includes 14 members. 12 countries divided into 4 groups will compete at the Borneo Sevens, with Sri Lanka pooled in a tough Group C, which includes China, Japan and Chinese Taipei. Sri Lanka will compete in their first match tomorrow against Japan.
We haven't had a huge amount of time to prepare. As I only just got here last Sunday and the players have only just finished their 15th season, but we've had a good week of training and we're excited about this weekend. We're going there, the expectation is we want to compete and we want to perform. There's some good opposition there, there's China, Japan, the UAE, they're going to be all strong opposition, but I'm hoping that we're going to give everybody a run for their money.
And on that note, we wrap up this edition of Primetime News. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure having you with us. For Primetime News, I'm Nadim Maji.
And I'm Arundhati Mundan Nayaka. Good night.